We'll get started just a little bit. Everybody. Still a little early, a little bit late. Technically, it's obviously a slightly later start time tonight, which is we're all creatures of comfort around here, and I'm definitely feeling a little strange starting the game so late. But hey, we did a couple of West Coast ones, and it happened. Alex Lyon is in nets tonight. Alex Lyon in nets tonight for the. Doesn't seem like a great. I mean, what move do you make? Luukkonen, they clearly lost trust in him. Lyon, they pulled after two bad games, but I don't think they've lost trust in him. Karen, you're in Brossard. 2 glasses of rosé, shrimp for supper, and you're pleasantly buzzing. I like it. I've got a beer here tonight. I got my Will's beer from the Mile End. Little Italy, I guess, technically. Um, I haven't opened it yet. I still have a bit of an iced coffee going, so. I saw Stu Cowan take a question about Kapanen. I think he's a better fit in this series with his speed. What say you? I I thought that he would get into this series too, but the Canadiens have played pretty well every game. And who do you take out? So here's the thing about Kapanen. Kapanen is I think good for the series. I think he would have played well. Hellenius came in for Buffalo and was pretty good. But the truth is, who do you take out? You probably take out Veleno. I think they're pretty happy with Veleno's play, though. I think they like what they've seen from Veleno, and I don't feel like they feel like they're hard up for offense. I feel like they're looking for defense, and probably most importantly, they're looking for speed. Kapanen, not the fastest guy in the world. He's not a bad skater, but he's not the fastest guy in the world. Veleno is a good skater. I think they wanted as much speed as possible. Hey, Darcy, put an end to this. Bring on Carolina. Go Habs, go guys. They need to win because I'm tired. I'm tired. We need to just move this along, get to the next round. I'm excited. I'm ready for this to flip flop, flippity flop. Goaltenders, anti Ranta in the house tonight. No, just Ranta in the house tonight. Let's get this thing done tonight. Max says. I know. Gary says you take out Veleno, but yeah, I think Veleno's done enough to stay in here. Is my honest opinion. That I think they feel that way, and I don't disagree with them totally. Who do we got in the lines tonight? Here's the line. Got the lucky hat on. So what we're now doing is when the Habs win, I keep the hat. If they lose, I switch the hat. That's how we're gonna do this from here on in. They won with the Olympic Stadium hat tonight, last night or on the Thursday. So we're gonna rock it again tonight. Veleno provides no offense, and Kapanen provides PK and goals. I think they like Veleno on the PK actually, but you're right. Veleno doesn't provide any goals, but honestly, I don't think Oliver Kapanen was providing many goals at the end of the season. Will we see Gallagher again? There's like zero chance Gallagher could play against Carolina. That's like the worst matchup for him. I'm not saying they won't see him again. Look, if they get punched a couple times by Carolina, which seems very likely, they're gonna just try everything, including putting Gallagher back in. But I can't imagine Gallagher fitting in that series. Carolina's too fast, too quick in transition. They're not that physical. It's a different kind of game. Different kind of game. Hello, Ogden. Good to see you again. I'm indispensable. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you so much for saying that. It means a lot to me and my youngest watching. Together, we agree that Veleno's the best choice for the series, right? I can't argue with what we've seen from Veleno. But I would have said that getting Kapanen in this series would have been nice. And it kind of sucks that he's not. At the end of the day, you still want these guys to get some experience, right? All right, here are our lines tonight. Same lines. Same lines. If it ain't broke, Don't fix it. Man, we were all talking about taking Dobesh out after allowing 3 goals and 4 shots, and what an amazing move by Marty to keep him in. Truly. No need to make changes if we're winning, I guess. Hey, Mark, by the way. Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Gary points out that Carolina didn't beat particularly good competition. The Sens were okay, and Philly was just not a playoff caliber team, in my opinion. Um, we're gonna be or Buffalo. Well, we won't count our chickens before they hatch, but whoever they meet in the next round will be the best team that they faced so far in the playoffs. You could argue the same for the Habs or Sabres, but I don't know. Tampa might be. I do not want a game 7. Max, I really don't want a game 7. I'm so tired. I want my Monday off. I need to sleep. I need sleep, Max. I'm telling you. We're still waiting for this Tage Thompson. You came in last game and you said Tage Thompson was going to get a hat trick. Pretty sure he got the opposite. I'm pretty sure he was on the ice for 3 goals allowed. So, still waiting on that Tage Thompson magic. Hasn't happened yet in this series. Got a nice lucky bounce. Caulfield with 4 points, 3 goals last 3 games. Suzuki Slav Hudson 6 points this series. Meanwhile, Thompson and Tuck are -8 and 9. The big line has to keep it up. You know, it's funny. We criticize the top line a lot, and deservedly so. They've really struggled at 5-on-5, but they're starting to put on the points. They're starting to produce. Caulfield's starting to look good. Suzuki, I think, has looked pretty good this series, and even Slav last game, his passing was really sharp. So I like that Marty's sending Jack Guy out in closing minutes. Shows the coaches realizing that the physical big gun is absolutely necessary to playoff success. I hope so. Ryan Katz says Brian Wilds always says if you're changing goalies by games 4 and 5, you're probably in big trouble. I think the Sabres are in. Again, I don't want to count them out, and I'm not counting them out, but they are in a lot of trouble where their star players are kind of messed. Owen Power is probably hurt. Did not look good that when he got hurt that last game. Came back, but like Buffalo media guys were not sure he was coming back. He is back. I think tonight they're just going to pray for Alex Lyon, play Rasmus Dahlin about 50 minutes out of the 60 minutes game. I mean, he needs to be out. He needs to be out every second shift. This team cannot hold water without Rasmus Dahlin in the lineup. So they're just going to have to ride him until his legs fall off because it's their season right now. Canadiens could beat the second and third seed. Faves against the Canes. I like it. I like the confidence. We got a prediction here from Harry. 3-1 Habs tonight. Hello, Michael, by the way. Forgot to say hi to you. Forgot to say hi to Phil as well. Who else did I didn't miss anyone else. No. Got to finish the job tonight. No matter how well we play on the road, get her done. Thompson's 2 goals were lucky bounces. Thompson had 2 goals that were lucky bounces, and he's still -9 on the series. It has been... It's so funny. This is like quintessential. The grass is always greener on the other side. We have talked all year. What do the Habs need? And everyone's like, oh, they need second line center. And then Buffalo got hot, and everyone's like, man, I wish they had a Tage Thompson. Hey, I don't blame him. Scored 41 goals. He's a great player, no doubt about it. But for all the talk about like Caulfield not showing up in the playoffs, Slav not showing up in the playoffs, Tage Thompson has really not shown up in the playoffs. And if I'm Buffalo, Tage Thompson's not 21 years old like Slavkovsky. He's not 20 like Demidov. He's 27. He's supposed to be in his, like, entering his prime this year. 29 to 30, right? It's kind of it's even lower now. It's like 26 to 29 now. But let's say he's entering his like absolute prime, 41 goal season, Bupkis in the playoffs. Now, the speculation is that he's hurt. I do think that we will find that out, but we'll see. We got another prediction from Michael Paul 6 for Habs tonight. Gary says, who carries the flame tonight? I don't. I wish I knew. I wish I knew, Gary. Gary, I work with Chris Nyland, and you know what? He kind of left a breadcrumb. I should have known because he was originally going to reschedule something and then was like, nah, I got to stay in town an extra day. And I should have like clued in because he was also being entered into the Massachusetts Hall of Fame. So he was supposed to fly out. So I should have known that he had gotten it, but he never said anything until it happened. So if I didn't even know, I would know this time around for sure. Canadiens fans must be happy we didn't trade for Stanley and Shen. Uh, yeah, I mean, they haven't been so bad. They haven't been the reason. I mean, they're not better than what the Habs have, I guess, is really the thing. Elise Beliveau, I've heard. Karen. Hey, Karen, brother. I've heard this one a couple times. I do think that Elise probably, physically, probably not like walking in holding a big torch. I appreciate the gesture, but I do think that there are people with like certain physical limitations that would prevent them from doing this. Elise, I think, is one of them. Do I think Elise could walk out with somebody? I think that's possible. I won't. I've already speculated before who I thought it might be. I don't. I don't want to start anything, but we'll see. David Darcy with the Go Habs Go. Go Habs Go. Max with the no. This is no about Elise, eh? This extra hour wait is painful. I'm so tired. I'm already tired, Mark. How are the fans gonna feel? They're all partying out now in front. I said that this might happen, and I know they're both there, but I don't even want to like. I don't even want to say it because everybody's gonna feel type of way about it. But Karen's got some money on the game tonight. I hope you win the $500. 3-0 is a. Gainey seems like a good possibility. Larry Robinson's a good possibility for sure. This is a test. Hey, Sultan Jester, by the way. This is the test of what separates good hockey teams from great, the ones that smell blood and finish the kill. No to Game 7. Sultan, I could not agree more. I still think the Canadiens, if they don't win tonight, could win the series. But to be a team that could win a cup, I do think you need to learn how to win these kind of games. And they didn't against Tampa. What did they learn in that Tampa game where they could not finish it at home that they could maybe learn for this game? And that'll be a great test because it'll show that they learned something and they improved. Is Larry Robinson in town? I don't know. I don't know. Beverages. I got 2 beverages going tonight. So I have this leftover iced coffee. And then I also have a beer from Will's Beer. It's a Baby Lou Pale Ale. I love Will's Beer. I've never had this one, though, so we shall see. Blue says it's pretty crazy that Hughes did not make any moves at the deadline. Wherever the season ends up going, it's a big summer for Hughes. They have a lot of players. So if they want to improve, they might have to ship some guys out, and that'll be difficult to do because I think everybody looks pretty good. Joseph, you still high from watching Eurovision? I did not watch Eurovision. Bulgaria, though, is a great song. It was your choice. Israel second, which didn't play well with the crowd. Owen Power is not much of a number 1 overall. No, he's not, but he's not a bad defenseman. But I do think that if Buffalo tries to make a move to go to the next level and they need to dangle somebody, Power feels like the guy that they can dangle. Samuelson's taking a step forward. Dahlin's obviously an elite defenseman. They have like Kesselring's not playing, but I like Kesselring. He's not playing right now. And they have like Byram's good. Like I'd keep Byram if I were them. Byram actually I think's had a good playoff. Power to me feels like below those three guys, but he gets paid as like a number one. Mark Bergevin is passing the torch and then he's stealing a microphone and going on a rant against Subban and Markov. God, I hope not. Terry Ryan, Clyde says, "Oh, I wish. I wish." The Victoire up 2-0. The Victoire one win away from winning their first Walter Cup in history. Isn't that crazy? By the way, the Gazette, I know our coverage of the Victoire has been very like sporadic. I don't love that. Obviously, resources are tight, and sometimes we got to make decisions about what to cover. But since like the last month or so, Kalina Laframboise, excellent journalist at the Gazette who covers like, crime and murders and real like serious important shit, has been covering the Victoire, and she's done a fantastic job. Please, y'all, I want you to support her. Read her stuff. Let her know she's great because she's never really covered sports before. This is new for her, and I want you guys to read her stuff and really like appreciate how hard she's working. Bring in the Victoire. We needed someone new, a new voice for the Victoire. She is the new voice. Please read Kalina's report. She had a report today. I haven't even had a chance to read it because I was just busy prepping this tonight. I'm going to read it after the game. So, yeah, go check out Kalina Laframboise, our Montreal Victoire reporter for these playoffs. I have a bad feeling that we lack the adversity we need to win tonight. Let's hope we can show we can put this series away emphatically. Yes, this is a big test for them to have the killer instinct that we've talked about so often. We have to end it tonight. Good teams finish off their opponents at home. Caulfield is scoring, so there's a major difference between his Game 6 and the Tampa Game 6. The biggest problem is the sports section that doesn't wait till after the game to print their edition. Yeah, unfortunately, look, guys, I'm going to explain something about print. I know print's lovely. I love print. I wish I had a lovely print section, but it just the price of like making paper, like printing something and printing it on it is so prohibitive now that unless you guys want to pay like $10 for a newspaper, the newspapers are never coming back. Like, for reals. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say. I've looked at the economics of a print paper. We're going to keep it going as long as we can, but unfortunately, we do live in a digital world, and it's all just going to be on the internet at some point. I don't know when. Not like tomorrow or anything. Years from now. We still got like a few good years of paper left. Don't worry about it. But the cost is already getting like out of control. The things that you loved when you were young are too expensive to produce now. I'm sorry to say. It happened. Oh, we got some Eurovision. Well, Mark doesn't know what Eurovision is. Mark, you should check it out. It's pretty weird. It's not my thing, but it's weird. Max says, I like music, don't like Eurovision. Joseph says it's going to change your life. Yo, everybody's all over the place here. Everybody's all over the place. It's Mark Bergevin and Markov and Radulov. This is funny. Not for the better team. Hey, Timur, by the way. I know. I trust me, I get nostalgic about the print paper as well, and lots of things in life that are too expensive for the common man to enjoy now. So, I didn't want to bum you guys out before the game, but you're asking me about printing out a nice print paper of the Canadiens after they win, or the Victoire after they win, and I'm afraid it probably won't be possible. Oh, hey Rick, lots of say Ash flags and ads in Toronto. Crazy. David says it's a national song contest for European countries, but bizarrely, Australia and Israel are in. Apparently, Canada might also get in a year or two. Apparently, that's the thing. Love the Canadians and hockey box stores, the Expo stories in the Gazette. Oh, I love just reading box scores, man. Loved reading box scores. I miss box scores. Hey, Aragorn. Eurovision was amazing. 50 years ago, showcased some amazing talent. Oh my gosh, you guys are talking a lot, but I want to bring back I don't need to bring back the lines. Guys, it's the same lines. But Alex, I will say, just in case you missed it, Alex Lyon is in nets. Let's get that Oh, I should update. By the way, I'm updating these things on the Gazette. Oh, we got a Sweden fan. Ruff has opened the lines blender, as he probably should. He's got to do something to get Tage Thompson and Alex Tuck going. They are combined minus. Are you live or on Memorex tonight? Good question. We'll see how live we can get tonight on this one. Thompson and Tuck would be leading the golf. That's true. They have a very good. They have very good score. -8, -9 right now. They would be very good golfers. The last Canadian team standing, the entire country will rally around us. Karen says they've rallied a little. They've rallied a lot more than I thought they would. I thought everybody would be really pissy about it. They have not been pissy about it at all. They've actually been pretty good about it. They have jumped on the bandwagon a little bit, and to them I say welcome. Thompson is leading in brain dead penalties. Ouch. I'm too young to get the live or Memorex comment. I think I might be. I might be. Sorry to say. Thompson's leading in brain dead penalties. It is true. He's been really bad. I don't know. I'm really surprised about that. It's amazing that even Toronto's cheering for us. I know they have been cheering a little bit. Now they're cheering for Drake. Drake has three new albums out. They're cheering for him right now. Interesting data on Habs comeback wins. 75-76 Habs, 31 games comeback. 92-93, 31 comes back, won the cup. Both seasons include regular season playoffs. Habs are currently at 30, so they got to win one more comeback game. They might have to win more than one to get. They still got to win 8 more games to win the Stanley Cup. This is crazy. I can't believe this is happening. They're not even halfway through. Playoffs are a slog, man. How old am I? I am 41 years old. 41. Yeah, I'll even write it down. I'm 41. Right? No. Yeah, I'm 41. Can't remember now. Hello, Miss Mel. Everybody say hi to Miss Mel, or I'm kicking you all out. No insulting Buffalo tonight. That never works out. No, Karen, didn't we find out last game that if we insult the Habs players, that they will somehow play well? That was the 10 after 8. Get on with it already. I know. I'm already thinking about another coffee here. It's Larry Robinson, I think, is Larry Robinson. Larry is going to. Oh, it's a commercial for Memorex cassette tapes. I do know what a cassette tape is, at least. Oh, everybody's saying hi to Miss Mel. I love it. All right, forget about Miss Mel now, because now it's Larry Robinson time. You knew he was gonna get his turn. You knew he was gonna get his turn. Larry. Love it. Best plus minus ever in the league by a wide margin. All torchbearers are cup winners. That's something to keep in mind. I keep wondering if they're going to change that, but they can't now, right? Like maybe next year's playoffs they'll start, but this year's playoffs they're committed. It's got to be cup winners rest of the way, right? Let me know if you disagree, but I think it's still got to be cup winners. He looks terrified. Larry's an interesting cat, from what I understand. On the ice he was a beast, but in life he's pretty mild mannered. All right, let's go. And as always, you guys can check out everything on the MontrealGazette.com. I'm constantly updating. Hey there. Hold on, I got a guest here tonight. Hey, how you doing? Do you want? Oh, are you giving that to me?
Yeah.
That's funny. I have a party going on in the background, and I have guests tonight, but everybody's watching the game. Everybody's ready to go. I was watching Goon before the game with my son, a new Habs fan. Oh, I love it. Made by Jay Baruchel, no? As songs go, Olay sucks. Worse than Eurovision? Where would Olay rank in the Eurovision rankings? No crazy bounces tonight. I hope not. It's crazy how many torchbearer options we have. Not as many as you think. I mean, when you dip into like the 93 and 86, you've got more. That's for sure. But from the 70s, not as many as there used to be. They should just put TBD next to the start time of these playoff games. Oh, some new guys singing. Who's this guy? It's cool to have so many names here and in the comment sections on the Habs stories. Goofy Dobesh, and that's tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, by the way. It was so good, I thought. We need to win in the first 10 minutes. Pitter patter, let's get at her. I mean, is this why the Habs are not as good on home ice? Is it because they got to wait for these games to start? It's got to mess with your timing, no? I know. Who's this new anthem singer? I can't believe they brought out a new anthem singer. But he's very good. Come out hard and fast, get the first goal, make them chase the game. That's the strategy tonight. Mr. Saturday Night, we're going to see Cole Caulfield elevate his game. We've been waiting for it, and he's playing well. He's playing pretty good now. I saved a photo of Guy kneeling in front of Jean's coffin. Jean Beliveau was my favorite, hands down. We love singing it for our national football team. Started back in the 1990 Cup in Italy. Is it Roger Doucette's son? That anthem got people amped. People are amped. All right, cheers, y'all. Everybody, let's have a good one. 10 goals allowed by Alex Lyon in 2 games. Not a great. There's hoping there's no 10-minute intermission. Unfreaking believable. It's already 1-0. Off a wipeout and a turnover. How does this keep happening, guys? Man. Disaster. Basically trying to get the clearing attempt. Darlene's so good. Slavkovsky. Yep. Disaster to start. I mean, it's how they've been starting every time, but it's not great. Habs play better when behind. Yeah, but I don't like constantly having to prove that. You know what I mean? I'd rather they be ahead. Awful start. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, yeah. Not what we wanted to see at all. And once again, the Canadiens will have to play from behind. With all this evidence this year, you need not worry. I worry. It's the playoffs. You can tighten up. I've never seen a series where we always give the first goal. Well, the game one, they have scored the first goal. No, I did win. Oh, and then Demidov with a nice chance. Single-handedly gave him that goal. Slav trips, turns it over, gets burned by Darlene. Unreal. Well, there you go. It's tied 1-1. It's your boy, Arbor Jacki. Are you kidding me? This game is already just insanity. I can't with this game. I hate these games where it's going too fast for me to even type. When you get up to bad starts, you got to lean on your goal scores, like Arbor Jacki. Hey, you at the game tonight, Pim? Did you make it? No, you sold your ticket. You sold your ticket, right? You guys are in heaven. Arbor. As many even straight goals as Tinkerbell. There you go. Arbor. Let's get that. Got to get that headline. What an unreal. Is Marty going to hug Arbor like he hugged Ivy? He might. Lionel's in a very weak one. This is where the Canadiens can definitely win tonight, just on some softies on their goalie. Jacki inspired by fellow tough guy Larry Robinson. Larry Robinson was everything. Tough guy, talented guy, everything guy. They don't make him like him anymore. Well, I guess Dahlian's kind of like that, but what a crazy start, man! Already, I can't believe it. I can't believe we're already at 1-0. So that came a minute 8. So it's, again, for all our panic here, it's once again tied. I know I'm still like, I don't even know what to think sometimes about these back and forth games. They're playing with fire as always, but you know what? They've so far The toughest was Denny Potvin. Dahlin ain't Big Bird. Rasmus Dahlin is crazy good, though, I will say. He's crazy good. I don't know if he's Larry Robinson, but he's an elite, he's an elite defenseman. I'll give you that much. And he's physical too. Is that going to be called? Nope. The too many men, the possible too many men was not called, but it didn't. Craig Simpson's saying that the guy got off in time, so I don't know. I'm not watching the bench, so I don't know. Nobody deserves it more than Jack Eye. You guys have been Jack Eye's boosters all season, and he's making you look good now. Let's get. Okay, now we got a little intermission. I can do some typing now. By the way, what a great Evans with the sixth assist he's played. He's having a good playoff, Evans, man. Again, I know that we like harp on him. Oh, he's the de facto second line center. Oh, he's not like a big offensive juggernaut, but Evans just like, I was listening to Steve Dangle and those guys just talking about how much abuse Evans takes, and he just keeps coming back up. Marty will probably bench Arbor now. That's funny. Would love to see the Canes invest in having Larry coach Arbor in the offseason. He has the tools. He needs the technique and the decision making. Yeah, I do wonder if Larry. I mean, at this point, Larry sounds like. I mean, just bringing him in for like training camp and stuff would be fun. I think. Obviously, Larry at this point in his life doesn't want a full time job. It seems like, or certainly doesn't want to be traveling with the team or whatever. But yeah. Why not bring guys on? I feel like they do that in baseball a lot. They just kind of like bring guys in for spring training. I don't feel like they do that as much in hockey. The replay did show there were 6 men on the ice, Ryan says. Okay. Craig seemed adamant, but I guess we're going to see now. I will come. Would love to know to pot one. So happy for Jack Guy. You guys are happy for Jack Guy. I'm happy for Jack Guy. First, needless to say, first playoff goal in Arbor Jack Eyes. Oh, here we go. Here's a full. Too many turnovers to start the game. Settle down and get to your game. I know, just like another start where they're like seem a little sloppy. Again, is it the long pregame ceremonies and the hype and the loudness? Does it play on them too? Buffalo admitted that it affected them as the game went along, but do the Canadiens get affected in the beginning? I don't know. Oh, Arbor's gonna get an extra 30 seconds tonight because he scored a goal. That's funny. Dobish does a great job occupying a lot of space. He's a big boy, and he plays like a big boy in his net, which I like. It's funny because Fowler's not that big, and he doesn't play that big in his net. But they're both good goalies, and they both kind of make it work in their own ways. Yeah, you guys think it does affect them, eh? Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it's a big ceremony. We're all like in awe of it. Imagine if you're like the guy on the ice. I guess it is a big deal. Slav looks hurt. Yeah, he hasn't quite looked right, has he? Slap may still be concussed. Well, if he was concussed, he probably wouldn't be playing, but he could be affected, you know? Also, that big hit by a Crozier definitely could have done more damage than just a concussion. Is this technically a comeback? Right. It would be, yeah. If they come back and if they like score one more goal, if they score one more goal, and yeah, it is entirely possible that this would count as a comeback win. Hit that like button. We have to show the Gazette management that we are supporting Eric. I will say that I mean I appreciate it greatly, but I will say that I mostly make my own decisions about what I want to do. But we'll see. The live blog will exist in some form, depending on the website updates that are coming in fast and furious these days. Show the game now. I'm afraid I'm legally unable to do so. You're gonna have to go, but it's on CBC and on ABC in the United States. It's on. If you're in the United States tonight, it's on ABC. You can watch it on. You don't need cable. You can watch it anywhere, Ben. So if you're in Canada and the U.S., you just need a TV and you can watch it. So you're good. You're good in the hood, unless you're somewhere else. And then at that point, sorry, I can't. What's the thumbs up button? It's on the YouTube, like just below me. It's like over here, I think. You'll have like the title of the thing, the thumbs up, thumbs down. Slav has 6 points a series. If he is hurt, I don't mind. 80% Slav. Yeah, he's still producing okay, but he definitely doesn't look quite like. Yes, you guys are right. There is indeed a power play. TVA is showing Uri noticeably wincing on the bench. Oh, it might be a new injury. That would not be good. I think watching Fowler help Dobesh on his positioning angles. I think having the same goalie coach has helped both of them immensely. Can't watch it in the Central African Republic. If you are in the Central African Republic, I'm afraid I have no. I don't know where you can watch it. I'm sorry to say. Get a Roku. A Roku probably get a Roku, plug it in. It's probably somebody posting it. But yes, there is indeed a Canadiens power play. Watching power plays in the US feeds are annoying. They digitally put the names with the players on the ice. Yeah, we know who's who. If you can use a VPN. That is true. Boom, 2-1. You guys are already ahead of me. 2-1 Habs. Demidov again. Guys, how you feeling? Are you feeling a little more? Yeah. Are you feeling a little yeah? I'm feeling a little more yeah. I'll tell you that much. It is officially 2-1 Canadiens. The bad first goal in the opening 32 seconds is ostensibly a thing of the past. What an amazing. Well, now the Buffalo's gonna get a power play now. That's what happens when he hits the net. He didn't aim, but he hammered it. Hey, sometimes you just gotta hit it real hard. Lots of game to play, though. Stay focused. Jakey, give us a shorty. 2 shots, 2 goals for that. Is that true? That is true. That's hilarious. Rick won't relax until they're 59 minutes into this game. I'd pull Lyon. He's really bad, but they don't have anybody else. I don't know what they're gonna do. That was Evans' first playoff goal since the empty netter he was concussed on. Really? Oh, that's true. Yeah, of course. That's totally true. You're right. That's crazy. Surprise assist for Hudson. He keeps racking them up. He keeps racking them up. I guess that puts him in the lead now for. He's the playoff point leader for the Habs currently. Probably not that surprising, really. Yeah, versus Winnipeg. That would because he had an 18 game goalless drought in the playoffs, so naturally that would be about then, right? No goalie was stopping that Demidov cannon. Hey, this is why he's got to work with Dr. Shot in the offseason because he's got all the skills to have an elite NHL shot. It's just his aim's not great. He could work on his release a little bit. So, big save, Dobish. Oh, and that's funny. Darlene, man. Darlene's single handedly trying to win this game for Buffalo because he knows he's the only guy that he can trust right now. So we're going to have 4-on-4 for 40 seconds. But, man, I did love seeing that Dobesh do that. That was funny. What do we got? Little discussion here. I can't believe it. It's through. How is it through? Karen, you predicted it. You predicted it. How? This is insane. This is insane. This game is already insane. Get get the goalie out. Lyons is out. I can't believe it. It's 3-1 Canadians. They've scored 3 goals on 3 shots. What a disaster for Buffalo right now. What the hell are they going to do? So Ukko, Pekka, Luukkonen, welcome back to the playoffs. They didn't trust you, but you're back. They have no choice. Unfreaking believable. They have scored 3 goals on their first 3 shots. Was that a shorthanded goal? Oh, sorry. Evans was shorthanded. Sorry about that. Evans was indeed shorthanded. I thought it was still 4-on-4. Ukko Buko is in. 3 goals on 3 shots. That is the number right now. Alex Lyon pulled. This game is absolutely crazy. Evans has to be one of the best contracts in the league. He's got a good contract, that guy. Oopa Poopy Pants. Hey, Jim. Good to see you, my buddy. Everybody say hi to Jim. Yo, we got the All-Stars in tonight. I love it. I love it. Well, I predicted 3-1 Habs. End the game now. Yes, wouldn't that be great if they just ended the game now? That's it. We don't need to see any. We're really going to see anything more from this team? I don't think so. I think Buffalo's. So far, 0 saves for Fluffalo. I love seeing Oompa Loompa Poopy Pants going to the net. Jim, you are, as always, a wordsmith. So happy to have you here tonight, my bud. I hope you're doing well. So, in case you're just popping in, Alex Lyon, the starting goalie for the Buffalo Sabres, is done for the night. He allows 3 goals on 3 shots. Canadians allow the first goal of the game. They're down 1-0. Rasmus Dahlin scores with 32 seconds into the game. Slavkovsky burned. We're all feeling the type of way. Then, a minute 8 later, Jackeye scores first of the playoffs. It's tied 1-1. Then, Habs get a power play. Demidov scores on the power play. It's 2-1 Habs. Then it's 4-on-4, and then it's a short night for the Habs. Jake Evans scores. Unreal. We need another 3 goals. Hrudey will eat his words saying, what did Hrudey say? Other than just some cockamamie bullshit. Ask Red Light Rasico. Let's get at the big fin. Hey, is this not the dreaded 2-goal lead? It is the dreaded 2-goal lead. Buffalo's only glad it's the first period, not the third. Hey, they got time. And Hrudey said Lyon was going to be a star tonight. We were going to see Game 7. Well, that was a real stupid thing. A real stupid thing he said. What's the record for goals in a row without a save? Maybe not done for the night. He might be back. Honestly, they might swap around. 3-1. The dreaded 2-goal lead's 2-0. This doesn't count. That's funny. Habs still have to play 60 minutes and cannot sit on the lead. I know, they can't sit on the lead. We can't have more back and forth here. Canadians have been given a glorious opportunity here, up 3-1. 8:33 left, or 8:38 minutes left in the first period. They need to just wipe this bad boy out. Just when you think Chris Cuthbert couldn't get any stupider tape theory. I saw those tape things and I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't care. Buffalo power play coming up. And he's bleeding, so it's going to be a 4-minute. Was that a 4-minute high stick? Looks like it. Oh, the puck hit him. Oh, yeah. So many high sticks this series, guys, for both sides. This is pathetic. It's really exhausting stuff. So it's going to be a 4-man power play for Buffalo. So they do indeed have their opportunity to come back here. Careless, but not dumb. This stuff happens. They'll be fine. How hard is it to keep your stick down? Terrible penalty. Buffalo has a small PP. You guys are getting funny. You guys are funny tonight. Missed a stick lift. Tough play. Yeah, but you got to watch out for your stick. You can't let it happen. That being said, if the Canadiens can get through this, it's a good thing. And so far, so good. Let's get another shorty. I know. Well, the good thing is, the first 2 minutes are down. The first 2 minutes, so that's a good sign. But then Zucker in front, and it's 3-2. Still 1-goal game. Oh my goodness, does not end here. Zucker just hanging out in front of the net, and that was what it took. So another shambolic. Yeah, whoever was predicting a high scoring game, I think you may have been onto something. That's what it looks like so far. Yeah, exactly. They did manage to kill the first 2 minutes, so we're back to 5-on-5. Stay out of the box. That was a bad penalty by Matheson. Just a real careless one. Game's far from over. Yeah, did Pim sell his ticket in the end? What happened there? Oh! Newhook almost had a chance to be the hero again there. Nice long shift for the Habs, though. That was nice. They're being outshot 10-4 at the moment, though. Nice steal by Doc. Really nice shift. Good pressure for the Habs. That looked like a power play, man. Kirby Doc was on fire that shift. Doc and Gooley. Doc and Gooley on fire that shift. That was nice to see. Yeah, they did look like the Globetrotters. Let's see more of that. They didn't get a shot on goal, though, which is unfortunate. So it's still 3 goals on 4 shots for the Habs in the first period. There's about 3 minutes left. Oh, there you go. That was potentially a bad giveaway for the don't know line, but no, they get it out A-okay, and they kill a little bit of time here. Man, Buffalo's really bad. Buffalo takes terrible penalties. What's going to happen, though? Yeah, is that a... Hey there, weekday ski pass. Good to see you, my bud. They are indeed going to call a dive on Hudson. Of all the time, the calling of the dive thing is weird because it's like you see so many dives during the game. And then what's the one that makes you decide, yeah, we're going to call that? I mean, when you kind of like leap, when you leap a little bit, they're going to call that every time. So that is we got a 4-on-4 coming up. That's pretty much how the period's going to end because there's 2:43 left. So we're a commercial break right now. It's going to be a 4-on-4. And it's a 1-goal game. It's 3-2 currently for the Canadiens. In case you missed it, Rasmus Dahlin scored 32 seconds in to make it 1-0. And then the Canadiens responded by 3 goals in a little under 10 minutes. So Jack scored at 1:40. Jack first playoff goal ever in his life. Well, for the Habs anyway, in the NHL. And then Demidov, who scored a goal in Game 5, scores in Game 6, scores on the power play at 8:12. And then Jake Evans scores shorthanded at 10:14. But then Mike Matheson, who did assist on the Evans goal, takes a double minor for high sticking Zucker. Or no, sorry, he had to stick Norris, right? And then Zucker was the one who scored on the power play. And that's where we sit. We sit at 3-2 currently. 8 minutes and penalties in 1 period. Seriously, get your head in. Got a lead, and you're giving it away with dumb penalties. I will say that, they got 6. It's not great all around. Lots of penalties all around. Rabinov, you say that looked like a legit fall. Didn't see a dive there. Ridiculous calling Hudson. He does not embellish. Hudson was skating fast. That's why he fell like that. Should have gone for style points with a pike position. Hudson, not a diver, you guys are saying. How do they call Hudson not Doan last game? How do they call, like, in general? There've been so few, you see so few diving penalties during the season, but you see lots of dives. It's just a hard thing to really call. It's a hard thing. I appreciate for officials that it's a hard thing to call, but I'm also like, when they do call it, I'm like, really, that's the one you called? But Bob says, Lindy Ruff has done a good job with his remarks about diving. See the results. Ref are looking for anything close. That is definitely was some gamesmanship by Lindy Ruff, taking a page out of the John Cooper book. And Hudson got right back up, didn't miss a stride. Refs doing their best to keep the Sabres around. It's not going to save them. Nah, I don't know about that. The Sabres take a lot of penalties too, so. Mark says, kind of looks like a dive to me. Arbor 231, minutes cut. No, his minutes aren't cut. If he's playing 231, his minutes are cut. Also, the Canadiens have spent a lot of this time on the PK, so he's missed a lot of valuable shifts. Lots of special teams, so no Jack Eye, you know what I mean? So, some 4-on-4. Can the Canadiens get something done with a little less ice? Or a little more ice, rather. Got to make the passes stick. Yeah, a lot of the Canadiens, once again, kind of coming out with some disjointed passing. They have been doing that. And then the passing gets better as the game gets along. But that has been something kind of noticeable in the postseason, or certainly in this series with Buffalo. I mean, in the Tampa series, nobody was passing well. The defense on both sides was so good that there was very little being created. Canadians in the puck in their zone. Hasn't been much. Been pretty stingy 4-on-4, man. Not a whole lot going on. Canadians looking more like they just don't want to make a mistake. Some of you disagree whether it was a dive or not. I mean, either way, I think it's just like I'm not on the ice. I can't really tell if it's a dive or not, but I'm also like, oh, nice try. It's just hard to make that call in the moment. You know what I mean? That's what I really find like. You see so many dives during a game, but so rarely called. So it's like always strange to see them called, and then like why they're called. Especially after a 4-minute power play, you feel like, oh, maybe the Canadiens will get a power play, but nope, it was a 4-on-4, and it's over. And now the first period is over, and that was another insane, crazy first period where lots of way too much happened. Way too much happened. So yeah, it was currently still 3-2 Canadiens after a wild first period. So it was Buffalo scored, and then 3 by the Canadiens, and then another by Buffalo to pull to within 1. But the Canadiens do have the lead, and the Canadiens once again get off to kind of a slow start, but they end up not really paying the price for it. They end up coming back. Pimp feels the Habs were a little lucky to have the lead. The line was really bad. I mean, goaltending's part. They have bad goaltending. Like that was their Achilles heel coming in. So I think it's less about being lucky and more just, hey, sorry Buffalo, your goaltending was kind of a bit of a mess. So, you know, Canadians were at least able to take advantage. Good, not great, period, but good, Chris says. Hey, Chris. 1 goal lead heading into the second, up 3-2 in the series. Youngest team ever to make the playoffs, Blue says. Hopefully we get the next call, Mark says. Chris agrees with good, not great. Yeah, it wasn't a great period by any means. I thought Buffalo was the better team in the first period, but you know what? Teams will tell you, players will tell you, the goalie's part of the team. It's not like sometimes we look at it like, oh, the goalie saved your bacon. Oh, the goalie cost you. And it's true. Like, a good goalie can save you and a bad goalie can cost you, but it's part of your team. Like, if your goaltending isn't up to snuff, like, what can I say? You know? The Buffalo Sabres got pretty fortunate this year that Alex Lyon, who's hasn't really been a starting goalie for most of his career, had a very good season, but he's been inconsistent in his career, so you knew it was going to happen. Same with Luukkonen. Luukkonen's been inconsistent. Very talented goaltender. Darcy needs to smoke after that period. Yeah, I might also step out for a minute. I can't find my phone charger. My phones are dying on me. I got to get my phone charger. When a goalie gets pulled, Mark says you need shots on goal, and they got one. I know they needed to get some shots on Luukkonen while he was still cold, and now he's a little. The series clincher is normally the toughest win, as the Canadiens found out against Tampa, where they could not close it out in Game 6. But as a lot of you said earlier tonight, I totally agree with you. The Canadiens need to learn how to close out these games. I don't think that this team will ever, they're going to have to win a big game like this. If they ever want to win a cup, now's a great time to learn how to do it, win a big game tonight. They didn't do it against Tampa. They went to 7, and I mean, we don't have to rehash what happened, but like, a game where they're in control and can win, it would be a huge boon for this team. What the boys need to do in the second period is to bag a few goals. Don't let Luukkonen gain any confidence. Exactly, because Buffalo went back there, and I can tell you that Lindy Ruff was like, yeah, hey boys, our season is almost done here. If you can't turn around, like, please, for love of God, figure this out. And they're going to come out desperate. They have to come out desperate. They have no choice. They had to come out desperate from the opening faceoff. I don't know if they necessarily did, but they have to the rest of the way. Rick Woods is looking forward to the Ronda Rousey Gina Carano fight. It's on Netflix. Can either of them fight anymore though? Isn't it just like when the two old boxers fight and you're like, oh yeah, this is great, and they're just like a couple old farts? Is that what the Ronda Rousey Gina Carano fight is? Did you know that every year when spring arrives and the snow begins to melt, Toronto melts at the same time? They melted a long time ago. Habs need to learn to be more disciplined. We're the most penalized team in the playoffs. Yeah, they're fortunate they're meeting the Sabres, who are also a very penalized team. But I got to tell you, they need to not do that against Carolina. Carolina's is, I'm pretty sure, a more disciplined team, and they're absolutely going to beat the crap out of them if the Canadiens take a lot of penalties. I hear the winner gets a Disney contract. I don't. Oh, from the UFC fight. She's 39 and would take on anyone here. That's not a being able to fight us is not a compliment. Nobody would pay to watch any of us fight. In fact, most people would pay money to watch us not fight. So I don't know. I'm curious to see if she can still fight anybody. I thought Ruff would have started UPL. He can have super hot games. Well, now he's coming into a situation where they're down. It might actually be good for him. Max is super stoked about Jack Eye. You gotta love it. You guys must be happy about. Mark says a good show. You need to play disciplined hockey. Phil says, holy moly, that period did deserve a holy moly. We need to get by Buffalo first. This series is not won. It most certainly is not. It is a 1 goal. 1 goal. If Buffalo ties the game, I'd be worried. I would also be. Hockey inside out fights. You know what? We're always thinking about things to do in the summer when there's no hockey. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we just fight each other. I mean, I would never want to fight Chris. That's for sure. Knuckles can, Knuckles can still lay us any of us out. I think. Any prediction for the second period? I think the game's going to get tighter, which benefits the Habs obviously because they're up a goal. But I feel like the fast-paced period might stop a little bit. Beers by the Canal. Hey, now we're talking. I'll definitely be doing lots of that this summer. I'm pumped too. I mean, that was a good look. It wasn't like the great. It wasn't like a great. It was like kind of a crazy period, a bit hectic, too many penalties, but they like escaped it, and I'm feeling like pretty good about that. Soares says, or five oars, five Bobby oars. Slav has been bad this game. Yeah, he's he's starting to get more. I thought his passing was really good last game. Had a better game, but yeah, he's not still not quite at the level that I think we expected him to be. What a shot by Jack Eye. I hope Jack Eye shoots more. Yeah, look at everybody on the bench. They're super excited about Jack Eye. They're super excited about Jack Eye. You love to see it. You love to see it, guys. I'm excited. Yeah, Paul Bissonnette calls. All right, hold on. I gotta be right back. I got to go locate a phone charger. Just give me 1 second. But do answer the question. I'm curious to know what you guys think. All right. Had to do a couple things. All right, we back. I was instructed to just pee in a bag. No, you don't want to do. I know you guys don't want me to leave, but sometimes I do. Pee in a bag. Not gonna work. Mark says we're winning this game. Mike has done his one blunder of the game. They're now gonna get 40 minutes of stellar hockey from him. It's true. That is about how it works. Looking forward to whoever wins the series. Anderson goals against average and unbelievable 112, unbelievable 950. Now back to the game. But Freddie Anderson is another guy that just hasn't always performed. He's good, but also played against Philly. Evans on a great contract for what he brings to the team. Karen says hitting the thumbs up. Karen, you asked about Stanley Cup wins in relation to your birthday. If you're born in 58, you'd be 14 cups years old. If you're born in May, 15 cups. Rick Anderson, I love that Frederick Anderson is now Rick Anderson, hasn't played against elite offense like the Habs. Evans on a great contract, but nothing comes close to Hudson's. Hudson's is going to be pretty crazy when it's all said and done. I mean, if he's a Norris winner at 8 point whatever million, that's a bargain. Crazy stats for Anderson. 6 cups old, David Darcy is. I would be, I'm 2 cups old. Blue, have you watched him play? Have you seen his abilities during the regular season? Who's Blue talking about? Oh, Freddie Anderson. We have all seen the bad side of Freddie Anderson. He does not strike fear into me. Carolina's game does. Carolina had the 7 and 8 seed teams. Freddie Anderson, worst regular season of his career, perhaps. David's still a kid at 6 cups old. Rick Woods is 18 cups old, 14 cups old. Anderson has faced inferior opposition to up until now. He's not this good. Anyways, let's not get into Carolina talk because my God, it's a 1-goal game and a crazy battle between the Habs and Sabres, and it's not over yet, as we've said so many times. It really isn't. It just seems like all kinds of crazy can still happen here. Canes need to. What are the keys here? Got to stay out of the box. Need some offense from Cole and Slaff and Suzuki. Dobish got to stand on his head. And Buffalo needs to take some bad penalties. It's got to happen. Buffalo, as bad as it's not just the Canadiens that take a lot of bad penalties. Buffalo takes a lot of bad penalties too. And as they are down and need to get more desperate, they need to take more bad penalties. 17 cups. Old. None of you guys saw the first one? Where were you for the first one? Oh. I went to great lengths to get a phone charger. My phones are dying. Everything's going haywire tonight. We are back for the second period. All right, that's what I want. You guys got to. Will the Habs have the killer instinct tonight? That's the phrase we've been talking about. Habs were talking about what championship attitude or something like that. Nah, killer instinct. Do they got it? That's the big question. Anyways, we're back. Second period is underway. And let's just hope and pray for no penalties, man. I think if the Habs stay out of the box, they can win this game. But you can't give them too many chances. Nice chances at both ends. Oh my god. I can't believe it. Tied up. 3-3. Unbelievable. What a terrible start by the Habs there. I mean, Dobesh got stuck under Dobesh, kind of came out, and it was Benson. Benson, of course, who was just right there causing trouble. And it's all tied up. Just really angering stuff here. Still very little shots on Luukkonen, which you guys were really identifying as a key here. Yeah, exactly. Who took the over on goals tonight? Habs are not playing well. First line getting owned again. Never doing anything. Hey, it is the playoffs. Things don't come easy in the playoffs, but standing around, lots of standing around so far. Karen was going to marry Jean Beliveau. Didn't happen in the end, but that's okay. If Line didn't implode, what would have happened? Oh, don't even want to know. Montreal, not good at home. They're 2-3 in the playoffs so far, I believe. Last goal wins, Jim says. That's what it looks like right now. And if Luukkonen gets hot, look out. But yeah, just a really disappointing start already to this period. Dobesh doing what he can, but the Bell Center hysteria is counterproductive to our team. Yeah, is that what's going? Oh, Canadians almost scored the exact same way with the puck kind of squeaking out to the side, but we're not able to take advantage. Madison's double minor was pretty disastrous so far. They're going to have to figure out a way to just shake it off. But that was a big turning point in the period for sure. Then followed by what they thought was a power play that ended up being a 4-on-4 after Hudson got the diving penalty instead. Good pushback shift, Jim says. Yeah, they're going to need to keep doing that. So Benson, 5 goals in these playoffs. He's had a real coming out party. He's been fantastic for them. He's a real pain in the butt. I suggested he might be. Oh, a nice little hit by Bull Duke on the replay. He hit Mallenstein. Yeah, Benson, man. I was saying that he looks like Brad Marchand 2.0 to me. 61 win probability. I'm surprised it's not an even 50 right now. Yeah, Bolduc with the reverse hit. Will Dano eat pizza tonight? Will it be victory pizza or the bitter pizza of defeat? We shall see. Another 7 minutes, and then the Habs start to pour one on. Is Caulfield playing? He has an assist tonight. He does. One assist on the Demidov goal, I believe. Habs line's been dominating the Sabres top line. They will get another one this game. The results have been pretty good for the. I mean, Sabres top line's been a mess, of course. The Benson line's been doing all the damage, but I will say that the Canadiens top line does spend a strange amount of time in their own zone compared to usual. Man, Thompson going in for the hit on Matheson and totally missing it. That was pretty funny. The first line is currently tonight. Yeah, they're each a -1 tonight. The top line, which isn't like so bad, but yeah, they haven't produced a 5-on-5 yet. Still waiting for that 5-on-5 goal tonight from them. Oh, Dobish with a massive save. Slav can't clear it. I mean, there's a couple bodies in front of him. I don't blame him, but Caulfield nearly sprung. Slav should sit. You're not. This isn't B League. You're not like punishing guys. You can cut their ice time a little bit and put some guys who are succeeding together, but like you're not teaching lessons at this point. Like this isn't like 1950s elementary school. Like he's your guy. Like maybe you cut his ice time a little bit. Maybe you put him with some different line mates, but you're not like I don't think you're gonna sit him at this point. Unless he really just like looks totally out of sorts, which I don't think he's quite there, but he hasn't been great. Is Buffalo on a power play? Is a good question. Buffalo looks dialed in at the moment. Montreal is not. I mean, Caulfield's been their best goal scorer the last few games, so I don't know if that. I don't know if I quite see it that way, but he definitely has struggled in the playoffs. I don't think it's an effort issue with Caulfield, though. I just think that the game is tightened and he's struggling to, I think, score in the ways that he usually does. Slavkovsky's a liability. He still produces offense for them on the power play, though. And he did have a lot of. He did have 5 shots. Oh, nice big hit by Jack Guy. Jack Guy's hitting guys tonight, but they can't get it out of the zone. Good God. There you go. Does Montreal know this is the playoffs? Yes, they're a game away from elimination, but this is not a good. This is not a good game so far. Call a timeout. It's 10-2 in shots, Buffalo, by the way. Hardest thing in hockey is to win the fourth game. Our defensive system in our zone really needs to get it together. Oh, Anderson. Nice chance. Anderson gets the 8th shot on goal. Well, this is their big chance, I think, to turn it around and get some momentum here. Oh man, but this period has been a real Dobesh there with a little kick save. Anderson on the backhand, nice try. You can tell which team is desperate. Right now, Buffalo is playing like a team that knows they don't have any racetrack left, and the Canadiens got to find a way to snuff that out. But once again, the Canadiens have found themselves in a game 6 where they can eliminate the other team, and they're not quite getting there. We won with 9 shots. Blue, I don't want a repeat of that game. That game was a nightmare. I still have nightmares about that game. I need therapy for that game. That was how bad that was. What did Chris say that you guys are agreeing with? I'm like trying to scroll up. Did I miss it? You guys keep saying you agree with Chris. I don't know. Shots are 21-7 Buffalo. Okay, Anderson got an 8th. He got an 8th. We need someone who can coach a sound defensive system. I mean, again, they made it to the second round of the playoffs, and they could still eliminate. I think we're past the point of like this team is bad and can't do anything. It's more this team needs to like go to the next level. Is I think the question here. Too many men is pretty embarrassing in game 95 of the season. It is currently tied 3-3. We are talking like it's 8-0 Buffalo, but Buffalo's played better, but it is still tied, and the Canadiens have played lots of games this season where they didn't play particularly great, hung around, and then won. Not the ideal way to win, but they could still do it tonight. Chris said, "Do the Habs notice?" Oh, that was the thing. Uh, yeah, yeah. We haven't quite seen the intensity in this second period so far. But this power play is a big boy. This would definitely help a lot if they can get this one in here. We're already a little bit into this power play, and it's not paying dividends thus far. Two fan shots. I mean that there's some nice setup plays here, but nothing in the first minute. Hudson's crazy. Best player on the team by far. That's gonna be that. Would you guys say Lane Hudson is shifty? I'd say he's even more than shifty. I'd say he's just an absolute wizard with the puck. I think we've gone beyond the point of where it's just like sneaky. He's just like 5 steps ahead always. Anyways, we're back to 5-on-5. Not a bad power play though. I can't hate on that power play. It's been one sloppy hockey game. You know, I found sometimes people were telling me like, "Oh, the Tampa games were really sloppy," and I'm like, I don't think they're sloppy. I think the teams are playing really strong on defense. Ah, no. Oh, nice try, but the Canadiens are going to end up with a penalty on that one. Buffalo power play coming up. Yeah, you know what? I saw some people were telling me that the Tampa series really sloppy, really like the team's not good. No, it's because the teams are really good and it's really hard to like get through. So yeah, lots of things look like mistakes, but I think it's more just like the level of play is really good and it's just hard to thread a pass, hard to get the puck out of the zone, hard to play transition game, hard in the corners. Like these are good teams. Like the mistakes are mostly mistakes of like the margin of error is razor thin on some of these. A more experienced team would know how to put away game 6. That is, the Canadians are a young team. That is a thing that they're going to have to learn how to do. And they learned, uh, you know, it was tough in the Tampa series. They couldn't pull it off. They did win a game 7. They're going to get another opportunity here to pull it off. Blue, you're hilarious. You're definitely Buffalo playing like it wants it more so far. Buffalo has like nowhere else to, right? Their backs are against the wall. And that's the tricky thing about these game 6. Like the Canadians they obviously want to win, but they they do have another game. Like they have 2 chances to do this. Buffalo's got one chance to like do it tonight. They don't win tonight, their season's over. So yeah, they're a little more desperate. And that's where the Canadians have to learn how to play in games like this where the other team is more desperate and they got to like turn the game up and win. And that's the big test as the team now is no longer like a rebuilding last place team. I know like 2 weeks ago, some of you guys were like, "Oh, we should just tank and not do any of this," but they didn't tank. They're in the second round. Um, Now they need to like learn how to actually win some big games, and that's the next step. It's the next step of becoming a good team and a team that could win a cup. Not there yet. We shall see what happens. Yeah, Zach Benson, man. Zach Benson's basically like the same story as Cole Caulfield. Probably should have been a top 5 pick. Didn't go top 5 because of size. And Buffalo's laughing all the way to the bank. Well, it's now another a power play. As I Oh no! And now the Canadians have lost the lead for good. Unbelievable! What an absolute blown game here. Am I wrong in thinking Dobson went down flat just there? He could have attacked the puck. Not the first time he's done it. I mean, he is the best shot blocker in the league. So, or he was this season, but that was Buffalo's playing a little better tonight, and they've now got the lead. That really stinks. Just a nightmare second period. So who was it who scored? Jack Quinn. Jack Quinn, his first of the playoffs. Oh my goodness. Brutal, brutal. Now the fans are. I mean, the fans will get back in it, but the fans are definitely quiet right now. Maybe now they can play with a little desperation. They need that extra gear. Do they have it? Dobesh needed to have that one. Dobesh been hit hard tonight. I was about to say Buffalo is wasting a lot of time. 2 power play goals by Buffalo. Got the barf emoji in there. Brutal. Carey takes too many penalties. Like Matheson. Lots of penalties on this defense from the defense, I gotta say. This has just been a bad period. Hey, Habinations. Thanks for joining. How's it going? Not great. They're down 4-3. They were leading 3-1 and looking pretty good and having some momentum, and they had just came out in the second period real flat. Twice as many penalties, twice as many giveaways. Blue is indeed Cunningham. That is true. I was like, what is his regular handle name? Yes, Cunningham. We had a 3-1 lead. This is a regular theme. Holding the league, locking the game down. They got to learn how to lock these games down. UPL's playing well. I mean, he hasn't done much so far. They haven't tested him that much, unfortunately. My dog is... we got a party in the other room tonight. People ordering food and stuff. I don't know why they're here or why they're doing it, but that's what's going on tonight. Fans at Bell need to scoreboard cartoons and John Bebo to tell them when to cheer. Tibor, that's ridiculous. They're in shock and they're starting to cheer again. It's how it goes. You're playing with fire if you think because you're good on the road you'll win Game 7. Yeah, no. The Habs need to win. The Habs need to win tonight. They don't need to, but they really it just doesn't put them in a good spot to not win tonight. You know what I mean? Like you're just setting yourself up for potential disappointment. Absolutely brutal. This is a disaster. Veleno on the dump in gets. I mean, that looked like an elbow to me. It was definitely close. Karen wants to puke. Game's gone. They're cooked. Buffalo's losing 8% of puck battles. Well, they're winning the game 5-3. Not a good. What a disaster period. We may see Fowler. Honestly, 5 goals on 26 shots, I would consider it. But he's... which Hellenius is this? Oh, it's Constem. Like, there's a couple of them out there. What an absolute disaster of a second period. I'm just like really in awe here. Is awe like just incredibly disappointed. Just just a disappointing, just like game 6 against Tampa, the age and lack of wisdom of this team, you still see little hints of it, and tonight Ruff flipped the script when he pulled Lyon. I say Marty needs to blow some steam at his entire team like yesterday. This is immature and unprofessional of a performance. It's yeah, it's again, I don't think it comes from a place of like they're not trying or they're bad or anything. It's just coming from a place I think of just not knowing how to close out these games and just taking advantage of a team that's more desperate than them. And that's you at a certain point you have to win these games. Like you will never win a cup if you don't win these games. Marty has a right to be mad even in public. He'll never Montreal MUFC, you know the game though. He does not call out the guys too much in the media. Here come the real fan comments. We should win every game forever. Yeah, there is a little bit of like a weird, and I get it. There's definitely like a weird, like when the team's like really good and win, everyone's like, oh, the wheels are going to fall off at any minute. And then when the wheels fall off, they're like, I told you the wheels were going to fall off. And there's like very little appreciation for like the good moments. We are a little skewed sometimes like that as a group, but I don't think that's any different than any other fan base, to be honest. I feel like everybody's like that about their favorite teams. Uh, you know, this period might have cost the Habs the series. This second period was like those early season ones. Oof, yeah. Sir Alex Ferguson used to yell at players when they were sloppy. Different age, different time. It's just not how it is today. I don't think it works. I really don't. Aragorn is off making burgers and fries south the goal. Some questionable refereeing, but weak checking. We don't know how to plan our own end. Our offense can cover some sins, but eventually it catches up with us. Late entering penalty. Just so incredibly disappointing. Yeah, just 3 goals in the second period. I mean, this is a total reversal of what happened basically in a total reversal of what happened in game 5 really, where the Canadiens just pulled away in the second period. This time it's the opposite. Oh my god, Craig Simpson is so happy. Craig Simpson is beaming right now. This is the happiest moment of his life. He gets to cover the Habs blowing a 2-goal lead at home. Top line once again doing nothing. Not good. Where are they? What is going on? What is going on here? Crazy how playing at home has become a disadvantage. I just like just wait for the wheels to fall off so I can say told you so. It's my fandom. I know. I'm not it's how it goes. It's just how it goes. It's okay. There's no PK not good tonight. Buffalo wants 1-5 at home. Is it 1-5 at home? They won the 2 games at home in the playoffs. No, they've won twice at home. But yeah, I mean, there's still about 4 minutes left in this period. Can they get anything going? Simpson hates the Habs with the passion. Simpson, I mean, they must have cost Simpson a cup at some point. What happened? No, he was with Edmonton. He won his cups. Power play coming up. So many power plays too. Ugh, but they gotta. This is like. I'm not saying it's the game again, but we saw it in game. What was it? Game 4. Yeah, it was game 4 where they went 1 for 7 on the power play, and just like the missed opportunities just compounded and compounded and compounded. So right now they're 1 for 2 on the power play, but good teams close out a 3-2 lead at home. Yeah, they're not there. If they don't close out tonight, they're not there yet. They've still got a lot to learn, this team. They're not there yet if they can't do it. Like they gotta start doing it. Brutal. Nice pass on the power play, but nothing to doing. And they're just gonna lose the puck. Brutal pass, Suzuki. Some good teams lose in the first round. Tampa, for example. Yeah. Look, the thing is, like, again, the Habs are not. They're one of the 8 best teams in the league. They're not a bad team. Any criticisms leveled at the team by any of us here, I think are. At this point, I hope that you guys are all like, there are things the team needs to improve on, and you guys aren't like sitting at home thinking this team is fundamentally flawed and will never win. Some of you might be, but like we've kind of passed that point, and now we're at the point of like, what does this team got to do to win, like really win? I don't know. Well, one of the things I know they need to do is close out a game 6, which they didn't do in round 1, and they're not doing at the moment. But there's plenty of time to go. Nice shot, but the big C at center ice looks like a toilet seat at Home Depot. We've heard the toilet seat thing already from the Tampa fans. Oh, well, Canadiens nearly blew it at the end of that power play. Sick and tired of Slap. I mean, he had 3 assists last game, did he not? He was very good last game. Missing pieces, all I'm saying. Sure, but what are those pieces? Second line center, we've established. Also sick and tired of Slav. All right, we got some Slav detractors at the moment, which fair. He has not had a great playoff. I've in the first set pointed out by goof of a podcaster that the Habs that called the Habs logo a toilet seat. People have been calling them that for years. That's like the obvious joke at this point. Gross save, awful PP. If Slav doesn't have it tonight, he should skip a few shifts. Yeah, a lot of you guys are in the Slav should skip some shifts mode. I don't know. He's still like, I think your best chance to score a goal. Maybe you play the dock line a little more. They've been good, but I don't know. My nose is like right here. It's because I got an itchy mustache here. Slav's averaging a point per game this series. Yeah, but he got 3 points in the other game. Has been pretty quiet for the rest of the series, admittedly. There has to be accountability. You don't play well, you sit. Yeah, I mean, sort of. Like you can't go. It's hard to like go around changing lines. You've had mostly success this series, so you want to like, you don't want to like rock the boat too much. Like these guys do have had a propensity to like, rebound. Habs can score two in the third, but they need to wake up. They need Fowler in net. Sandy's been off is polite. The game turned at 3-1 with the bad penalties. The Matheson penalty was followed by the Hudson diving penalty was disastrous. But the Matheson one was disastrous. That really was just like Carolina will walk all over this Habs team. I mean, logically they will, because the Carolina is the best team in the Eastern Conference by far. But hey, man, parity's a crazy thing. Parity's a crazy thing. Orion, you want to talk about my nose. You can talk about my nose all you want. It's all good, my friend. I don't give. Club Super Sec, Orion, Club Super Sec. So you've done the toilet bowl thing, which everybody knows already, and then you talk about Club Super Sex. Club Super Sex doesn't exist anymore. They closed down, man. Get some new jokes. Get some new jokes, please. The Hudson penalty was horseshit. Why hold back? This is where we vent. That's yeah, totally. I'm just saying that I think that I don't think you bench Slavkovsky, but I do think you come out maybe with like the Doc line in the third period. Drugs cause brain damage. We have proof now. I hope not. Demi should be bumped up with Suzuki. The thing is, they haven't played at all this year together. And like literally last game, we were talking about how Demidov maybe ought to play less because he wasn't playing that well entering that game. So that's the thing. I think so far, I think for the most part, Marty has been rewarded. Anyway, second period's over. Marty's been rewarded for his patience, but we are getting to like, crunch time here. But that was a really bad. Okay, Orion's bluff, you're done. I thought you were just having some fun. This isn't fun. This is just childish. You're done. Later, skater. Sportsnet is pumped by Buffalo taking the lead. I bet they are really pumped. Um, they're excited. Doesn't matter. Suzuki needs help. Slav is not getting it done. Marty better rip his players Tortorella style. Do you guys really want a Tortorella in there? But then again, Marty's coaching mentor was John Tortorella. So he might do it, to be honest. Okay, hold on. Ryan will be back with a new name. Well, then we'll just erase him again and I'll get double the views. Okay, I got a question for you. Okay. All right. What changes, if any, would you make for the third period? Let me know what you think. Simpson and Sportsnet still hoping for the Leafs. Hey, Rogers owns Sportsnet and the Leafs. Their entire business model is predicated on the Leafs being good. They're going to will that thing into existence. I'd like to see Marty be a bit more like Torts. In some ways. I think Torts is I think his shtick wears thin pretty fast. I would sit Slav or put him on the fourth line and move Demidov up. Rest Dobesh and put Fowler in. Give Fowler some experience. I put Fowler in and that's it. Phil is sad. Let's put that back up. Yeah, what changes would you make, if any? Pimvash says, we're getting manhandled. Outshot to hell. Spotting 5 goals through 2 periods on home ice with a 3-2 series lead. Let that sink in as to how pathetic that is. It was really... I thought the first period was fine. It was like adequate. And the second period was really bad. I will concede to you that that was a disaster, that period. But Buffalo's not a team that's known for, keeping the puck out of the net. Like, the Habs can still get back in this. They're not done yet. They need to definitely play a lot better and not repeat that second period. But so far this season, they've proven resilient, and we'll see what happens. Marty will not be making any changes, Max says. He's been very loyal to his players. For the most part, is paid off. Exile Caulfield, Timur says. You're consistent, my friend. Ride or die with Dobesh right now. Just play better. Phil says this, yes, but I don't know exactly what this is. Habinations wants to see Fowler too. You guys want to see Fowler in there. But is putting Fowler conceding the game, or do you think it'll change things? Bench Slav, demote him to the fourth line. Move Bolduc or Texier to the first line. Put Jacka in the top line and make some space. Oh, put him at forward. That's fun. Demidov up. Suzuki needs help. I trust the team. Marty's way seems to be ride or die. Yeah, that seems to be how it is, Jim. It's worked so far. John says switch Slav and Demi, so we got another vote for that. Get rid of the disease named Orion. I already banned him. He's gone. Isn't he gone? I don't see him anymore. Move Slavkovsky the Demidov line and Texier to the top line. Ask where they're putting for Slav. If they sit him, Blue says. I've seen a few suggestions here. Demidov, Texier, Bolduc. Slavkovsky has stunk. Put Newhook in Slavkovsky's place. He's more defensively responsible than Demidov. On the power play, put Anderson on with instructions to screen the goalie. As someone in British Columbia, Torts is a coach who wears short in a hurry. Yeah. Second reverse. Habs feeling the pressure at home. Dobesh got us here. No time to shake his confidence. And his confidence, so far, he's been not shaken when he has bad performances. He tends to, rally. So, Halak took the net from Price for why not? Slav has to start skating. Jack-Eye can make a difference. My favorite, but put him on wing. This would be third period of game 6 would be a hell of a time to put him on wing. Texier didn't work in the top 6. We have seen that, Blue says. Ask Dobesh if he would like a period off. I mean, he's going to say no if you ask him. Slavkovsky is perplexing to me. He either looks like the second coming of Beliveau or he looks like Gilles Lupien, and there's no in between. I know. Who's going to show? He needs to show up. Somebody needs to show up in the third period. The Demidov, Texier, Bolduc sounds good to me. In replacing Slavkovsky, I guess you're saying. Fowler might give us a spark. Dobesh playing his 13th straight. Yeah, you don't want to wear him out too much. Changes in the third. Had there been changes in the third most of the season? No, there hadn't. That's why I said if any. I'm asking if there was any that you would like to see. I think most people would probably think that they're just going to keep going. Too many defensive mistakes. Sportsnet showing the awful play. There was a lot of mistakes in that second period. It was brutal. It's going to take a minor miracle. They're down 2. They are down 2. Absolute nightmare scenario here. We will win in overtime. Oh my God, another overtime game? Well, there haven't been any this series. For the Canadiens to blow a 3-1 lead at home in an elimination game is inexcusable, and to be down 5-3. They gave up 4 unanswered goals. 3 in the second period. Slap like Jules Lupien. Nope, Murray won't make any changes. Slap's been off since the Crozier hit. Mini blew a 3-0 lead. This ain't Mini. Double shift Demidov. You guys are back on the Demidov train. He was not looking great for a while in this series, and now he's looking pretty good. Rats deserting a sinking ship. Have the Habs had most of their period comebacks in the league? They have. I'm pretty sure they have. Again, it's not over yet, but disappointing. We can also admit that it's been pretty disappointing thus far. There you go. Elliot Friedman just compared Zach Benson to Marchand. I knew it. First time this brutal tonight too. First 5 minutes, we'll see if the Habs can make a game of it. Home teams only have won 53% in these playoffs. Yeah, home advantage is not a thing in the playoffs as much as in the regular season. I'm not expecting Buffalo to go out easy. I'm expecting the Canadiens to make it harder. There's still a period to go, Aragorn says. David says take Slav off the top line. Jack Guy as a winger is fine by me, so as long as it's not a goon move, he can shoot and not be afraid of a little contact. That seems like too extreme a move for me. Anyone fed up with Matheson? Matheson plays an insane amount of minutes. Hope he gets traded for the sake of improving his team. This is definitely a little bit of recency bias because he had a bad penalty, but also he plays an incredible amount of minutes and touches the puck a lot. Is he like an elite defenseman that should be playing that much? No, probably not. But I can assure you that removing him from this lineup would be disastrous. You guys are back on the Bergevin train where you're like, if we just get rid of all these players, we'll somehow be good, even though he never acquired anyone of any consequence. This is where we're getting into the real depths of despair here. Karen's stress eating. I wish I was stress eating. I only have the only thing I have to eat is this lollipop that I might. They got high on their own supply. They'll be fine. If not, I gotta stop watching hockey till the fall. Think of how much more free time. Marty will stay at the course with the same line, same D, more hitting. Maybe 2 to 4 shifts. I'm okay with Maston's play. He plays a lot of tough minutes. He plays a lot of minutes. Yeah, he plays a lot of minutes. Maston's been great against the Sabres top line. I'd like to see Jack Guy a little more and Maston a little bit less. It's kind of a playoff thing. Like, you do kind of play your top guys a lot. I'm okay with Matheson. Yeah. Matheson makes mistakes, but any defenseman who plays a lot of like those kind of minutes will make mistakes. We see Hudson make mistakes. When you play that much, when you're on the ice that much and you touch the puck that much, you're inevitably going to give away the puck. Like, you just are. Those types of defensemen, always near the top of giveaways. Doesn't make them bad. Like, if you want someone who never gives away the puck, Go call David Savard, bring him back. See how that goes for you. Your senior D-man had to be the level of Shea Weber or Ben Sherratt. Shea Weber's a Hall of Famer. It'd be lovely to have a Hall of Famer in Shea Weber on the defense. We cannot. But Ben Sherratt? Have you lost your mind? Are you Ben Sherratt? You might be Ben Sherratt. Ben Sherratt. Come on. Ben Sherratt's making crazy, crazy money in Detroit right now, doing absolutely nothing. Go get it. Go for him. That's wild. Matson's terrific. Stop bashing him. There you go. Karen's got the right attitude. The reverse psychology here is what's gonna get the win. No one's talked about us playing Carolina. I posted whoever wins the series meets Anderson. What about PK Subban? By the way, is the CBC is playing like old Montreal disco band Lime during their intermission. It's fantastic. I love it. What about Subban? Subban, oh my God, how much time do we have? I liked Subban a lot when he was here. A lot of people didn't. I liked him. Sherratt is dog shit. Madsen is greater than Sherratt. Sherratt was a solid defenseman when he was here. Incredibly one-dimensional. Again, a guy who never touches the puck. So he's not going to give away the puck very often because he rarely ever had it. He was always playing on his back foot. I would take Sherratt for a sixth defenseman. Yes, unfortunately, he's getting paid like a fourth defenseman at the moment. So he would be a very expensive. Keep Subban away. He's there tonight. He's outside. I saw him outside. Madsen's a valuable player as far as I'm concerned. Madsen plays like extremely hard, thankless minutes. And maybe like shouldn't play as much as he does, but until some of their other younger defensemen, until like I thought Gooley's taken another step. He's been good in these playoffs. He's kind of the guy that I think will probably inherit a lot of those top 4 minutes eventually. So eventually Matheson will play less, and then this is like me in like a year, 2 years time. Hudson, Gooley, Dobson, and then hopefully Reinbacher can at some point play those kind of minutes, but we'll see what happens. PK had a personality. Definitely had a personality. Only down 2. Kids are used to it. Let's see what they have here. This is a big moment. Yeah, I think like instead of viewing this as like a real dark, sad moment for the Habs, look at this as an opportunity. Like if they can come back, it'll be huge. What the Habs need to do is look forward, score the next goal, and keep driving. Recriminations are our job. Exactly. They need to just forget about that second period. We have the players to do an Avalanche, and Buffalo are not as good as the Wild. Canadians should. I mean, the thing is, the Canadiens should beat the Sabres. I think we can all admit that they're a more talented team than the Sabres. They should win, but it's not always about talent. There's other things. Speaking of PK, he met his obligations to raise $10 million for the Children's Hospital. Congratulations, PK. He sure did. He sure did. PK and ego the size of Virginia. It's a big state. He loved fighting his own teammates more than anything. Madsen is not a great defensive D-man. His role has changed with the arrival of Hudson. He eats minutes, but his defensive play is success. Yeah, he's definitely like more of in a shutdown role, which is not like his natural way to play. But I think he's done a very good job of it. And again, very, very, very hard to find a defenseman who can play those kinds of minutes that he plays. And you can't just like get rid of a guy who does that. You just can't. You have to find someone else to take those minutes, and don't know who that is. Gooley one day, hopefully. Matheson's a placeholder until the young D matures. Yeah, totally. By the end of Matheson's contract, the hope is that he is your 5th, 6th defenseman, and that the other guys have like stepped up. But that's great. That's a great part of like how this works. Genuinely do not like listening to PK, David Darcy says. Karen walked 3 times around my chair clockwise. Hopefully that's good luck. He was awful to have to listen to when he was a player, but he's absolutely atrocious as a pundit. That's funny. Someone else saw the PK versus Galley practicing. Yes, Gallagher and PK not each other's biggest fans, I will say. I will say that. Okay. PK was an elite team guy. Hey, you know what? When the chips were down, he was a great guy to have. I like PK. Good player. I know that not everybody loves him. I think certainly not an old. He's not an old school, keep quiet kind of guy. But I do think that he gave the Habs a lot of attitude, and they were able to beat some Boston teams that they were a lot worse than with that attitude. Madsen's a great skater with a very good stick. Those are his two qualities. All right, we're back for the third. Can this happen? PK was good, but made risky plays. He was a big part of the offense. We gave up 5 years to get Weber. Those kind of he was especially risky, but that's the kind of player that those guys are. If you're a puck moving defenseman or an offensive defenseman, it's gonna make mistakes. Like you just have to live with it. There are none that don't. Karen, we're not gonna badmouth the. He did donate the 10 mil in the end. I know it took a while, but he did do it. TVA with a segment highlighting Slaff's errors of not acceptable. So what are we gonna see? We're gonna see more of him. We're gonna see less of him. Right now, once again, the Canadiens' first line hemmed in their zone to start the period. I mean, some nice passing to start. Tibia is not remotely acceptable. That's a good one, Jim. That's funny. But yeah, that line needs to step up big time in this period. Season on the line, baby. Hudson is amazing. He sure is. Bergevin traded PK because he hated anyone with a personality. Bergevin just didn't really like anybody. I think Bergevin, in his heart of hearts, just wishes he was all 21 players on that team. No, he keep Price. Slash performance is unacceptable. Madsen's having a good game. I could be alone in this, but Dobson has played all playoffs line at second deep pairing. Dobson hasn't looked great, and I don't know if he's just not healthy, if the 3 week layoff slowed him down, but I feel like he's not quite. He definitely doesn't have the jump that he had. Someone needs to get a hat trick. When did we stop hitting? It's currently 1917 hits, so nobody's hitting really. Suzuki double shifted. It's what it'll take, man. Canadians damn near gave one away to Buffalo there. Madison on for 3 goals tonight, 2 of 5 on 5, and 1 PK. It's only Madsen's -1 tonight, I will say. So he was, I guess, also on the ice for a goal. So it feels a little settled down this period. How are you feeling about the period so far? It's 1-0 in shots only. It's still pretty quiet. But did they come out the way that you'd hope they would? It's been like quiet, but it's been quiet for both sides. Ah, nice feed by Slav, but unfortunately got deflected. Scrambly period so far. I like that description of it. Man, Slav just hands it off in the zone. Like he's just. I mean, he hit his own guy, but like, come on. Let me fall back. We have the youngest team as an excuse. Losing 50-50 battles. Yeah, they got to start winning some battles here. No, another lost battle there. Buffalo, man. 3 guys were on him, and then there you go. Another like kind of mucky clear attempt by Matheson. Nothing outstanding so far, which is maybe a good thing. Maybe a good thing that Buffalo hasn't come out like super gangbusters. Like it gives the Habs a chance to get back in this. They're winning puck battles. They're a bigger, stronger team. We need to beat them with skating, but they are outskating us too. Yeah, the Canadiens are just like they've definitely been stymied a little bit here. Not liking what I'm seeing. Bob agrees with Derek's summary. Davidov turns it over in neutral ice. We've seen a lot of that tonight. We've seen a lot of the Canadiens just not really punch it through the middle of the ice. They get caught on a bad pass. They get caught on this and that. Pretty sure this one is over. Oh, it ain't over till it's over. With the goalies that Sabres have, you just never know. Luukkonen's been okay so far. Luukkonen's made 12 saves, 12 of 12. But as we've seen with Luukkonen, you just never know. Before everyone ever uses the excuse of having the youngest team out there, remember that the 2009 Hawks had the exact same age average, yet showed more killer instinct than we do. No, I mean, what can I say? They gotta win. They gotta win these games. They gotta win. They gotta figure out how to win these kinds of games. They had a chance against Tampa. They didn't get it done. They now have a chance against Sabres. They're not getting it done. You know? But it's an important part of their development. They got to get there. We didn't take enough shots after the goaltending change. Yeah, they're starting to... Luukkonen's like feels... He's warm now, but they had a chance when he wasn't warm. They would never show these crowd shots if it was in Buffalo. Buffalo wants it more tonight. We have No flow. Need to make somebody pay. Rick Woods agrees with MUFC that the Canadiens need to show some killer instinct here. If we lose this game, Karen says, Game 7 must include Gallagher. Move Slav second line with Ivy, bringing Kapanen to play with them. So you're bringing in two guys. Then who's off, though? Who do you take out then, Karen? Not enough rubber. Slav has ramped it up. LOL. Aragorn agrees with Mark. Mark was saying our defensemen are good offensively, but weak defensively. It's been the case all season long. The offense has masked that deficiency, and now that the games are a little tighter, they need to buckle down here, and they are not. No killer instinct at home. Offense is masked a deficient D system. It's 5-3 Buffalo. We're past the 13-minute mark of the third period. We're past the 7-minute mark of the third period. There's 13 minutes, or a little less than 13 minutes left. And Buffalo's now got their 30th shot on Jakub Dobesh. Damn near scored again. Yeah, Dobson is not doesn't look totally back. If everyone worked as hard as Hudson, we never lose a game. That guy's best player on the team. Yeah, no, the Sabres are doing a good job shutting down the Habs right now. This is how you play with a lead. Canes are gonna have to find a way to break through this because not looking good so far. Would I consider changing the D coach? The thing is, Roby does like he's already a relatively new D coach. Raymond was a holdover from the previous regime, so he was kind of easy to get rid of. Whereas in this case, they specifically brought in Robida with the idea to play this system that they have. So I think they're going to have to. I think they're going to keep him in there. I guess the idea is that some of the guys that they've drafted are better suited. I would imagine they drafted guys suited to this system. So hopefully they can get Engstrom and or Reinbacker to hopefully get in here and actually live up to their potential. But I would be pretty shocked. I would be pretty shocked if they moved on from Robida. I think they're quite happy with how things are going. I don't know what to tell you guys. Is our defensive weakness caused by the quality of the D-men or a half-assed hybrid system? Oh, brutal giveaway. Brutal giveaway, and now the Buffalo power play coming up. Brutal play by Anderson to give away the puck there. Zoinks. We should have juggled some lines. Nothing to lose. Not working at all. Nope. And Marty's not looking happy here. Hudson's their best player by a country mile. I think so. And that's not a slight to any other player that they have. Hudson is just like an absurdly good talent. Bring back Luke Richardson. I guess he's available at the moment. Very good defensive coach for sure. Buffalo made changes and it's working. The system seemed to work for Laval the last 2 seasons. Arbor plays more when he doesn't score. It's funny. It's true. Again, second period there wasn't as much special teams, but the stats say they're good defensively. But does anyone think this is sustainable the way they play? This is the organizational belief in how you play. Like this is what the franchise believes in, and they're sooner going to change the personnel to make that system happen than have the players they have now fit into a system where they might not work. I think. Anyways, this game's done. 6-3. Oh man. Well, yeah, I'll see you guys we'll see you guys on Monday. That's when this is. Ugh, terrible, 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 terrible. What? And again, another. Hey, Jacob Fowler's in. I mean, it's not. I don't think anybody thinks that was Dobesh's fault, eh? Sometimes I think that their best players are too nice. They do have to get a little meaner. This was like a gut check game, and they did not fight back. It's very disconcerting. They're just gonna go trash the dressing room. None of you guys think this is Dovesh's fault, right? That's the season, pimp. Come on, they can win Game 7. Don't be that way. Do they don't have the killer instinct? I haven't developed the killer instinct yet. I agree with you, but I don't think the season's over. They could definitely come back and win on Monday. Anybody's series now, that I agree with. Dobesh is Steve Penny. Great guys, but soft. Are they soft? I guess we'll see what they're made. I guess we'll see what they're made of. We'll see what they're made of. What a series though, eh? A lot different than the Tampa series, but equally close. Equally close, but a lot different. It's not on Dobesh. Dobesh needs a reset. He'll be back. Kane stopped playing after the first Buffalo power play goal. Buffalo basically 1 for 40 from end of season until they met Montreal. Now they're the 80s Oilers. Unless we beef up the squad with characters like Bennett and Wilson, this team cannot hope to win the cup. I strongly feel that they will attempt to acquire such players. I feel like they've certainly drafted with that in mind. I think in recent times, I feel like they've drafted some big beefy guys in the last couple of years. But I wonder if the Toronto would be stupid enough to trade Nyes for Caulfield. Well, Nyes, big playoff performer. Oh, that's right, not in the playoffs at all. So Zero faith for Game 7. Well, none of you had any faith for Game 7 the last time, and they won, admittedly, the most like weird, messed up game ever, but they did. Leafs did that mistake already. Much bit different scenario. They gave the Leafs players all $11 million contracts, whereas the Canadiens have no player making that money, so it's a much different scenario. Wow, you guys, man, even Ryan thinks that you guys are thinking that it's over. I mean, the Canadiens beat the shit out of the Sabres 2 games before this one, so I don't know. Still think it's a coin flip. I still think it's a coin flip. They don't. I don't think they've got more depth. I wouldn't call it a depth thing. Well, yeah, because you have not been particularly confident in the Canadiens at any point. So you've been a pessimist pimp. Maybe a realistic one, but maybe not. But we shall see. Wow, you guys are bumming me out here. If you start Fowler and lose, the masses will revolt. If you keep Dobich at 2 questionable starts and lose, the masses will revolt. No-win situation. I feel like it's a no-win situation for any of you guys. If the Canadiens actually do win the cup, I do wonder if you guys, any of you, would be happy or be like, hey, in the 70s they won 4 cups, so none of this counts. I don't know. We shall see. Canadiens are better on the road. Yeah, but you definitely don't want to go back on the road, but they are going to go back on the road because this game is. They're still learning how to put a team away. Yeah, but this is not. Ain't over till the big lady sings. Oilers won their first Stanley Cup in 2014. I don't recall that Oilers Cup win in 2014, I got to say. Worst thing that can happen to the Habs in Buffalo would be the Sabres fan masquerading in Habs jersey singing Olay. Oh my God, that would be quite the inception on top of an inception. If Suzuki and his line mates are honest with themselves, they have played like shit this playoffs. I don't think they played like shit, but I don't think that they've played to the level, certainly, that has been expected of them. And they're going to have to learn some hard lessons these playoffs. They pooped in their own bed. It's a statement game for Buffalo. I don't know about that. It was a good game for them. They should be very, very happy that their backs were against the wall and they put up a good one here. Cuthbert and Simpson they're planning the parade route in Buffalo for sure. Chippewa, going on Chippewa Street. What? Hey, I mean, look, I get why you guys are down. This was a real kick in the teeth tonight's game. They did not play well. They didn't deserve to win. They didn't win. The star players, once again, didn't look good. Allowing 5 unanswered goals, very concerning. It's very concerning. The first time it happened in the playoffs for them. They had been pretty good at bouncing back. And now the net is empty with 7 minutes to go. I mean, doesn't matter if it's 7-3, right? Might as well try to get back in this, but they didn't play well tonight. Caulfield from point blank, can't finish. They're looking like what was the guy's name for the Jays? Jeff Hoffman. Jeff Hoffman, right? The Leafs closer that just couldn't finish. This is some Jeff Hoffman-esque performance from the Canadiens in Game 6s so far. A little ping-pongy shot. Nice. The only star on the Habs who's consistently given his all is Hudson. I think Dobech has been pretty fantastic. I guess you're not considering him a star. That's fair. He's not a star. But yeah, Hudson's been amazing every game. No doubt about it. This is Hudson's team. The empty net is pointless. They're full value for losing. Yeah, well, it's because it doesn't matter if it's 7-3. So it's like you might as well maybe make it 6-4, try to get back in it. Better than nothing, right? The Canadiens are definitely very hang-doggy on the bench. Really bad. Nice chance. I wish Slav would get mean instead of turning into a patch already. Yeah, it's definitely where is the mean Slav that we're all hoping for, and a real just gnarly chip out, and that is an empty netter. I'm not shy in saying the Victoire showed more heart and action than the Habs have shown tonight. No wonder why the girls. I mean, that's not a. That's a great thing to say. The Victoire are awesome. We're all rooting for the Victoire. I'm glad they have showed some heart today, and they're going to finish it. They're going to sweep Ottawa. There, I said it. I still look back on the first shift of the game for Slav. I thought this was going to be a long night. Caulfield slams his stick on the bench. Carolina will destroy Montreal Buffalo. Definitely possible. Fans are clearing out, but they are due to lose blue. Pathetic performance. Montreal never lost to the Carolina system all year. Playoffs, different thing, though. Massive failure of character. They won't get lucky twice. No, but I don't know if Buffalo's going to put up that performance either. Buffalo's had 3 very bad performances in this playoff, right? Like, it's not so obvious, I will say. You guys have definitely, you guys, kind of don't watch when the Habs win, and then you, watch when the Habs lose, and then you're like, oh, every game was like this. Like, the Habs have had their moments against the Sabres. They could easily win on Game 7, but this was a terrible performance. There's no denying that. But again, I don't think that I will have to wear a new hat in Game 7. I'm running out of hat. I bought this hat. I'm not gonna buy another hat. I'm gonna go in my closet. I have a bunch of hats. I'll go wear another hats. Show some respect to bring in Galley, move Slav to the second line, and bring back Kapanen. I do wonder if they had brought Kapanen back in early, what might have been. But yeah, just a real not great performance. To play so horrible in front of their delirious fans, I'm speechless. Not good. Hey, Gary, I figured you might pop. Welcome, Gary. Always good to see you. The Habs have been the better team this series. I mean, ultimately, the Canadiens absolutely kicked the bejesus out of them in 3 games. Canadiens, they were a little closer in the first 2 losses, and then they got their asses kicked tonight. So I still think of Game 7 as a pretty good coin flip. I'm not so convinced as you guys are that the Canadiens have no chance on Monday. I think we've seen the Canadiens beat Buffalo pretty handily and can do it again. But this was a pretty bad performance, and one that is pretty disappointing for sure. Monday will be a different team. Marty had to tinker the lines. Yeah, we'll see if he does. Bolduc. Split up Matheson and Carey. It ain't working. We need some mean defensive defensemen. I'm out of to complain online. See you all next game. We'll see you next game. Habinations. Besides game 1, every game was basically a blowout. Yeah, it's kind of funny how this has happened. The Game 4 wasn't a blowout. Game 4 was Sabres kind of got some bounces and took advantage of some penalties, and I wouldn't say it was a blowout, but yeah, I think I'm not ready to put the Habs out to pasture here, but it was bad. It was a bad performance, and I understand why everybody's feeling a type of way. Anyways, we're gonna stick around here till the end. Ugh, this 8 o'clock start time too. What a fucking disaster. Good night to you, Timur. Hopefully to see you on Monday. Derek, I think he was referring to game 4. I hope so. Game 4, I assume that Blue is talking about. Gonna go cry in a corner. That's probably what I'm gonna do as well after this game. Habs have to learn to put down their opponents when they're on the ropes. This is going to be a huge thing that's going to separate the Habs from, are they going to be just like a pretty good team that doesn't make it, or are they a team that makes it? And they're going to have to win a game like this one day. They didn't do it this year, unless they win on Game 7 and then get another chance against Carolina and do it. But this was a real missed opportunity. I hate 8 p.m. start times. God, I hate this start time. I'm fucking tired. I don't want it. Saturday night. Come on, guys. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Asking about changes for Monday. Galley for Veleno. Struble for Carrier. Texier or Bolduc on the first line. Slav on the fourth line. I do wonder if we'll see... I don't think we'll see Gallagher in. I think this series has passed him by. Struble is kind of an interesting guy. He was doing all right, and they just picked Jack Guy for this series. I don't know what they're gonna do. The Arbor line worked. Struble Arbor worked well together. The problem is Marty's stubborn about that duo. They showed a fan crying. Yes, I would imagine there's some fan. Sickening effort, Mark says. Absolutely sickening. We'll see you Game 7. We'll see you, Karen. Thank you so much for joining. Monday start is 7. Thank God for that. But another 7-game series, 14 games. The Habs will have played 14 games. The Habs and Sabres. Sabres will have played 13. The Habs could enter the season. Let's say they make it to the next round. They'll have played 14 games. Carolina will have played 8 games. Starts at 7:30. Wait, what do you guys... When is the actual start time of this next game? Hold on. It's 7:30. Fuck my life. It says 7:30. I see 7:30. Jack eyeing Greenaway. Well, Arbor is now going to get a 10-minute misconduct and put the Sabres on the power play. I don't really get this one, but I think they just wanted to, shut the game down. So, the Habs are 5-0 after a loss. I don't know. We'll see you, Jim. Thank you so much for coming. Oh. More chippiness. Habs trying to save face a little bit here, but we're way past that point. Habs will lose Game 7. They can't deliver when it really counts. Well, they won the little last Game 7 of the series. I know they didn't play particularly well, but they still won it. So they have won one Game 7. Can they win another Game 7? Someone should punch Benson like Darren McCarty destroyed Claude Lemieux. Not a bad idea. at this point. Benson has been a real kick in the teeth. At least no one was injured. Rink security getting involved, yeah. So we got some who's in and out here? Who got penalties? Marty can't be happy with his performance. Marty has been so patient with his team, and I really wonder if tonight was far and away their worst performance of these playoffs on a night where they could have eliminated the Buffalo Sabres. Will we finally see Marty make some changes here? Let the fans get involved like in Philly. They definitely do not want that to happen. Playing 20 minutes will not win games. The lack of a properly motivated team is concerning. Cooper proved that, and Marty is proving that. Blaming Jack Eye for tonight. Ha 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 ha. I don't think anyone is. Only in jest, perhaps. Good night to you, Rick. Heading into the final 2 minutes here. Buffalo's still on the power play. They might try to add a little insult to injury here. Oh! 8-3 Buffalo. Yikes. I hope all you people who wanted Fowler in there didn't just watch that. This is a significant Marty coaching weakness. Well, up until this point, Marty's been proven mostly right about his coaching decisions, but man, tonight was like a freight train to the freaking face. I mean, we got to be real, everybody. Like, the Habs were like playing better and were the better team entering this game and well suited to win, and then just got absolutely walloped in the face. Like, I don't even understand. Doc takes misconduct. He's out of here. Like, what do you even make of losing this badly? I don't even know what to think really. Like, am I shocked that Buffalo was able to send this one to 7? No, they've been a great team all season. But am I surprised at like how this went down? Absolutely. I'm totally like they did not come to play tonight. They really didn't. It's sad to see the fans leaving in droves. It sure is. If I paid $8 million, if I paid $8 million, Ray Holden, to go see a hockey game, I would stay till the freaking end, to the bitter freaking end. But and that's why I'm here. I'm here. This live blog is going to the bitter end, everybody. We still got a minute of this crappy ass game to go, and we're gonna sit here. We're gonna sit here together. And we're gonna enjoy it because that's what we do. Buff was the favorite all day long. And now they're going home with a chance to win the series. And I don't think I thought the Habs outplayed them more often than not this series. And then tonight was the exception. Tonight was the big time exception. Nobody on here thought the Habs would win the cup, yet now they're terrible going to game 7 against the best team in the Atlantic. I mean, Blue, for all your exaggerations about things, you're not wrong in this case. This Canadian season is still a great success, but this this one's going to sting. None of our guys is making a run at Lukanen like Mallinson did at Dobesh. Is that normal? Sounds to me like this is the time to do it. I mean, Jack guy nailed Mallinson and got a 10-minute misconduct. So Caulfield was invisible tonight. Caulfield had a really bad game. Uh, got a fan of the USA here. I mean, lots of Canadian players on Buffalo, lots of Americans on the Canadians, but I get it. Well, there's another game to play, right? That's exactly it. I mean, haven't seen 7 unanswered goals in my 65 years. I mean, it's definitely like happened. Like games that we've watched together. Pretty sure it's happened. Canadians have definitely gotten their ass whooped. They've got their ass whooped a few times. If you don't score first on Monday, oh boy, this has been like, it's so freaking annoying. The giving up a first goal in the opening minute. It's exhausting. Truly is. Truly is. Well, that's that. All right. There will be a game 7. Sorry to say, y'all. Seven unanswered goals. Absolute. We will see you Monday indeed. All right, well, let's end this here because does anybody really want to hang out this depressed? Each game, the home team lays an egg. All right, everybody mad now. Okay, let's call it a night. Let me tell you what's coming up here. You can watch all the highlights on the Montreal Gazette website right now. They're available to you. Hidden Game from Herm Zukowski and Stu coming later tonight. Tomorrow morning, you'll have What the Puck. Brendan Kelly was at the Bell Center outside, hanging out with the fans, talking to the fans. Nothing good coming from that. And then about last night as well. And then we also have new episodes of Hockey Inside Out all week. You can watch them talk about Jakub Dobesh. You can watch them talk about, what else did they talk about? Carolina. Nothing good. Nothing good. That was bad. I'll see you guys all on Monday. We're gonna do this Monday. Pretty sure it's 7:30 start time. It's certainly what it looks like. So I will see you guys then. That was a real freaking bummer. That's a bummer. And we'll leave it with this. I will wear a new hat on Monday. It'll be the winning hat, right? Habs are 5-0 after a loss in the playoffs. Can they do it one more time? We shall see.